In the background.
Hey, welcome back to episode number 7 of Calling Them Out. My name is Juan Palacios. Tonight, we are with Jim McNally, Tommy O'Farrell that is here. That is, you guys are lucky because you won't hear him tonight. And then our producer tonight, it will be Matt Jagger. Jim, thank you for being with us and say hi to all the audience that we're going to have.
Hey everybody, my name's Jim. I'm here. I've known Juan for 7 years, maybe 8.
Since I came to
Maryland,
yep.
Yeah, since he came to Gambrills.
Yep.
And we've been through a lot, up and down.
Man, it's been
Travel ball, Spalding,
quite a
college.
ride. Yeah, it's Gambrills, and then I got the pleasure to work with Ethan, work with Jack, both of your boys. Of course, Ethan, it's been a really good history for me, and then I'm mad what happened to him, and this is one of the things that I want to talk to you about that journey, because people, they don't realize what is going on with Division One versus JUCO, and for us it's been a roller coaster, but today we're not going to talk about that, because I'm going right away with the Calling Them Out. I mean, that MIAA, have you seen that page?
I have.
The MIAA, the Twitter page or whatever, do you follow it?
I followed it, yes.
All right, do you know who runs that?
I don't.
Do you have an idea who run it?
I do.
Because I told them that I told you I was going to give you 1 week. We know who you are now. We know who's running it. All right? And the way that that I was suspicious, right? Because that's a good page.
It is a good page.
I think that they got a really good information, but not mention Joe Palumbo and don't giving them that number one. I take offense to that. Joe has been there, one of the most successful coaches in the MIAA right now. He got in the last 5 years. How many championships the Spalding has? 4, 3. 2 in the last 5.
5 in the last 10.
And then he already got how many wins? More than 200? 200 wins? MIAA, all the college players that he have getting there, plus the pro players that he had produced and developed. And not having, I mentioned, this year, Spalding has the best team in the MIAA. They got the best arms. Plus, they got the best offense and best defense that they have. They have the most complete teams. I mean, nobody else can compete with them, all right, if on paper right now. Saying that John Carroll had the bats, but guess what? Everybody got bats. Carvajal got bats. Mount St. Joe got bats. Curley got bats. Gilman got bats. Everybody have really good bats this year. The defense is going to be a problem. Now the three matchup, 3 games set up during the week, it's going to be something really good.
I like that. I like the series. I think the series is going to reward pitching depth. Spalding's been known for their depth.
But let's go back. Let's go back to the mention on the page, because they mentioned John Carroll. This is what I took a little bit of that I didn't like. They said that Spalding had the arms. Spalding got the arms, and then John Carroll got the bats.
That's right.
Guess what? Because you didn't have the arms last year, you couldn't be in the final. That final was Carvajal against Spalding. I think that Spalding, the game was 2-0.
2-0. That's right.
The championship game, right?
That's right.
And then John Carroll didn't make it because of that. The first year they have the big guy,
Archibald.
Yeah. Right. That kid was legit.
He's good.
And then Dallas Brooks actually was a catcher that year as a freshman. So he didn't have the experience. He wasn't seasoned yet. And they did a really good job. And that was when Caleb Esther got that double.
That's right.
After Dallas got that kid at second base that they call it. It was a base on balls. And that was a really good game. That was I think that. But guess what? Whoever had the arms got the advantage. The number one team and the number one best thing that MIAA have right now is called Joe Palumbo and the Cats baseball team right now.
I agree.
I mentioned that not a lot of people have, because now they got John Carroll. Yes, they have a lot of seasoned players that they're ready and they have the experience on the MIAA that I don't see even with the talent that Spalding has, I don't see that they are actually seasoned and they have the experience on the MIAA. They are actually going into Jupiter. They're going into other tournaments, and they have what they need. They have proof outside the MIAA who they are. But in the MIAA, you need experience.
So in the MIAA, Spalding has one player.
Well, two, they got Carver Salazar.
Well, Carver's the only one that played every game.
Yeah. So, Tommy Ferro, the Alonso, and two other watching. Oh, so Tommy watching, the Alonso, Hyde, everybody. So they got captions. So that's pretty good. That's good. So
Carver Salazar, the starting shortstop, played every game last year. Not at short, sometimes at third, but the rest of the returners split time at best. So Spalding hasn't been tested in the MIAA. You're right.
Not even the best arms. Nathan Waynes and Jake Jagger.
Love Jake, love Nathan, but their success.
No, I love Matt because Matt is my producer. So hey, Matt, say hi to everybody.
Hey, Matt.
Say hi to everybody, please. Say hi to everybody. Yeah, good. Say hi to everybody. So I don't.
So they need to be tested in MIAA. It's a tough conference. It's the best conference, in my opinion. Those two kids.
Is it?
Yes. What conference is better than MIAA
right
in
now?
this area?
MIAA, the B division you got St. Mary's right now. You got Madonna. You got St. Paul. That they have really good team.
No.
They're not in that caliber. They cannot. You can say that they cannot compete, but the big competition right now is really good, and the level of competition they're getting and they're recruiting better players.
Yeah.
Or the level of players that they're going to the MIAA B right now has been really good the last 2 years.
It has. The A bracket is 7 deep, and you can look at the WCAC and some of these other conferences that are good. They're not 7 deep. They got a couple at the top that are good, but in the MIAA, you can lose to anybody any given day, right? I mean, we saw that last year.
I think that there are 5 teams like Loyola, Gilman, Curley, Carver Hall, and John Carroll that they're going to be fighting to try to get Spalding.
Well, everyone's coming after Spalding, right? They won 2 in a row. 2 years ago, they went undefeated in the MIAA. I mean, let's be clear, when the schedule comes out, these schools are circling their games against Spalding, right?
But they cannot hide now. It's a 3-game series. So
So
it's not like last year you got St. Mary's, and you got then whatever. You got a Loyola game or whatever that you don't have to face their number one.
You can manage pitching.
You can manage pitching.
Not
right now,
no.
It's a 3-game series, and you had to go against them.
And it's not a 3-game series. You're not getting through with 3 pitchers, right?
Yeah.
5, 6. You need 5 or 6 deep.
Hey, Jason Ruiz, I love you, papi. I had to have you here. We need to talk. All right, so we got Jason Ruiz, Richard, Chad O'Brien, Dennis Simpson. Dennis, you got it. Good. Let's talk about.
Let's get back to the site.
No, I'm going.
Here's the thing: if you don't put your name, it means nothing, right?
Yeah, in the MIAA, everybody knows who it is. I don't know why they're not putting their name there.
We know it's U.S. Elite. It's John Carroll.
John Carroll, John Carroll, U.S. Elite is
until you put your name out, you're nobody.
Well, they think that
you can't give out.
They don't want people to get mad at them because they're gonna think then they had a really good thing going, and I think that they're afraid that people are going to encapsulate them as daddy ball, right? Like it's a daddy ball thing, and I want my kid to do, and I understand that. I totally understand that. But they can have another person there, like this podcast. It will be amazing for them.
I agree.
It will
be. They should have answered you and come on. They should be here right now.
They should be here right now.
That's
they should be talking about the MIAA.
They should justify that list of 35 people and why Joe Palumbo's not on it.
That's it. Perfect. Right. I mean, why you didn't like Joe? Why Joe was not the number 1 when Joe has to be the number 1? That's all I'm saying.
Joe wasn't even number 35.
Well, the problem
he wasn't on the list.
If he's not,
Larry cheats twice, and Larry's a good coach.
No, but what Larry does with that team, even when he doesn't have the talent, because
I agree.
For me, Palumbo and Larry Cheats, they're both the best coaches there are in the MIAA.
I agree.
Right now, Larry Cheats with the talent that they have, he developed players and he knows how to win on this.
I agree.
League. So I'm okay with that. With the mention with Larry Cheats.
I am too.
Spalding not being the number 1 mention, and Palumbo not being mentioned at all. I think it was a disrespect, for that page to do that with Palumbo.
It's just consider the source, right?
And I don't have I'm gonna be clear with this. I'm gonna be really clear with this. I'm okay with the page. I love the page. I think the content that you guys put is really good. Everything is amazing. I think that not mention Joe Palumbo as a number one right there. And I'm not happy with Palumbo, with the thing that he did with Jack, with Drew, with Robinson. I think that they should be playing in JB and they didn't have the varsity. But let's mention Jack. Jack has already 2 championships. But is his development on the MIAA now where it needs to be? I don't think so.
Maybe, maybe not. The thing with...
So you prefer your son not to play?
So...
At all on JV and have the development, or
Jack could have got 60, 70 at bats on JV. His freshman year, he got 15 on varsity.
He was going to be the catcher in the third year after Ethan was. So why he's not getting his rep behind the dish?
This decision was spurred by me.
Yeah.
You know why? Because he's got 2. He's going for 3 this year. I knew they were going to win in 2022. No, I had no doubt. And you know what? It's nice to go to one field and see both your kids. I didn't want them split.
No, I understand.
And Joe did a good job getting Jackson at bats.
I'm playing with Ethan and getting that championship together. I know as a family, but me as a trainer, me as a trainer for Ethan, me as a trainer for Jack, that's not a good move for me. I don't think, because I'm looking for the development on Jack right now. Right now, Jack is entering the 3rd year with 2 championships, with no exposure behind the plate and Spalding.
In the immediate time, maybe not a good decision. 15 years from now, great decision.
Well, yeah, well,
they got to win 2 together. How many brothers win 2 together?
No, well,
not a lot.
The Godricks, right? Bailey and Peter,
but not a lot.
They did that, so we always do it in. Tommy and I, we're amazing, and Joe is amazing, right? I think that John Archibald's in John Carroll and Cans in Carver Hall. So the MIAA has some brothers that they have won together. So it's not you're not that special.
Back to back?
Yeah, back to back. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we can. So you're not that special. Just I know my history.
So, by
the way, Alex, to the Can family, we love you. Thank you for your support always to Palacios Baseball and the podcast or whatever. So Brandon Parks, Richard Wines, Tommy Parks is here. Brandon Lewis is watching. Is here. Yeah. So everybody, but. Going back to the page, I'm not bashing you guys. I'm inviting you guys to do a better job. Now that everybody knows that you are U.S. Elite, now everybody knows that you are involved with John Carroll right now. Hey, come out.
Own it.
Own it.
That's right.
And do a really good job. Whatever they did before those 35, it was amazing. When they get to the number 1, it was like, okay, he have to be a dad, or he has to be a coach, or it had to be somebody related to John Carroll. And I got the most respect, to John Carroll. I get the most respect for the MIAA. I think it's a really good product. I think that they could explode it, and they can do a really good job helping people, because nobody does a really good coverage of my MIAA right now. And I think that a lot of people will love, to hear more what's going on, have interviews with the players, have interviews with the coaches. Having a follow-up.
Because it's the best conference.
And then you got Twitter right now that other places in the freaking nation are going to be following Jake, Nate, all the best pitchers in Carroll, Dallas, the guys there, Will Ryan, they have a huge follower also.
So to get back to the Spalding thing about being seasoned and not being tested in the MIAA, John Carroll's in the same boat. You had Carpenter and Ryan, who had good years, but they don't have a lot coming back that had good seasons.
Well, I guess I don't know, man.
No. I mean, I follow them. They both had good seasons, so they're coming back for their junior year. They're ready.
They got this year. They're gonna be ready. Next year, they have to win it all.
In what year?
Next year, that Dallas is gonna be a senior, and Will Ryan is gonna be a senior, and they're gonna have Carpenter also there, and they're gonna have the Latino kid,
Leon,
Jose de Leon. Oh, they're gonna be really good. They're gonna be the team to beat.
Well, who's on the mound, dude?
Oh, well,
we got to talk about this. This is what wins.
Well,
yeah.
Sometimes you got to score runs.
That's right.
You got to score, because that's what happened with Carver
Especially
Hall.
2-0 in the championship
Carver
game.
Hall got pretty good.
Scored 2.
Carver Hall got pretty good. Yeah, I know. Carver Hall
Sometimes
got pretty
it's
good.
Spalding, you only need one.
But they couldn't not. Yeah, well, not
Parker.
If they can. Well, with Parker, yes.
Parker.
But this year, can Nathan Wines and can and Jagger throws strike
We'll
constantly
see.
more
Yeah,
than
we're gonna-
more than 3 or 4 innings?
We're going to see.
Because they haven't had the load, to go 5, 6 innings. Parker was a beast since he was a freshman.
Parker,
that he can go 6, 7 innings.
Parker was on the mound.
Cody Sherman was the same. He can go
That's
6 or
right.
7. Can they go? These guys, can Nate and can Jake
We're
go
gonna see.
the distance? That is what is going on.
Is Spalding
this year.
is Spalding deep enough to where they can go 5, 6 and we can close?
Oh yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
They're deep.
I think they're really deep.
There's guys you're not
gonna
even
be-
talking about that are good high school
No.
pitchers.
They're gonna have 3 or 4 pitchers for every game on the series.
That's correct.
That's it.
But
they're deep in that. I'm not worried about that.
You got to look at pitching.
They
off
can
the bat.
even have Jack, Drew, Ruiz. Even coming from the bench. Actually, I need some innings for them. They're loaded. Theo can actually pitch. They're loaded. The whole freaking team.
Theo, Jack, Drew, and
Jacob.
Ruiz are never going to pitch on this team.
Well, but if they need to go deep, they will do that.
We'll see.
I know Joe,
Yeah.
and he's crazy. And
Well,
sometimes he makes some moves that you can scratch your head, but he said, maybe he knows something
You're
that
talking
we
about
don't.
catchers and outfielders and infielders, but I think Spalding. I think there's 7 deep on the mound. I like what they have. It revolves around pitching. This league revolves around pitching.
The biggest daddy ball just show up.
Oh, there he is.
Michael Salazar. Hey, I was just talking about Carver,
But
good
yeah,
things about that, and I think that next year Giancarlo is gonna be the best team in the MIAA. But period. That's it. That's my opinion. I'm not
Okay.
saying that I'm right. I'm saying that, and this is my podcast. So hey, on my Facebook page, so I can say whatever I want.
So we'll talk about next year. We'll get into that next
Yeah.
year.
No. Well, but this year, Spalding is the team to beat. Everybody, all other 5 teams. Who is out already out of the contention in the MIAA?
Who's out?
I don't think you can say anybody's out.
Really, all teams had a shot. Even Curly.
Yes.
Yeah.
What you see on Curly?
I see a couple seniors. I see a couple juniors on the mound. I see a team that's scrappy. Just went out and lost 2-0 to Georgetown Prep, who's really good. Hunter Louis good.
Hunter Leo.
He's a good player.
Okay.
Good pitcher.
Yeah, Hunter Louis. Well, we were talking about him.
They had Austin Sealing. He's a good player.
Oster Ceiling is pretty good. Yeah.
So-
I can tell you that. It's just like
You can't count anybody out.
can Curly and Loyola close out the season strong?
The thing is, this year with 7 teams, only 4 make the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
So these series, you need to win 2 out of 3. You need to consistently win 2 out of 3. You drop a 1 out of 3, okay, but you're not going to make the playoffs. It's not like it was where a lot of teams made the playoffs.
Yeah, I think
So
that
4 out of 7 make it.
I think that the only team that I see really weak is Gilman, but they had Larry Sheet, so you can never count them out. To be, I don't know.
The early-
maybe Matt,
Look,
can tell
predictions
you that.
and they pick player of the year already. And all. Everyone does predictions. The early
Who
smell.
was the player of the year?
I don't know who they picked. I think Will Ryan.
Well,
Yeah, I can agree with that. He's a good player.
yeah. Oh, by the way, I meant to say Aidan West, the best player in the state. All right, not Dallas Brooks, Dallas sorry, but Aidan West, the best player in the state right now on the MIAA was Will Ryan.
Will
There,
Ryan.
that's it.
But
yeah.
we want to talk predictions. The early test would be, I would think that Spalding, Calvert Hall, John Carroll, and Loyola make the playoffs.
You think?
That's who I think.
That's a bold prediction right there.
Well, who do you think?
I think the Spalding will be there. John Carroll.
That's
I think
true.
that the Gilman and Carver Hall will make it.
You think Gilman slides in?
Yeah, I think that I cannot count. Everybody's counting out Gilman already, and I cannot count them out
I think
because
Loyola's going to surprise
the way
some
that he
people.
managed the pitching, the way that he managed his team, the way he manages his lineup, how smart he is actually dealing and developing his players. Right, it's something really good.
What's going to be interesting is see how these coaches match up the series. So let's say Spalding comes out on a Monday. It's Jake Yeager.
Yep.
Is Loyola going to throw their one? Is Calvert Hall going to throw? Are they going to try and match? Right. What do you do?
The-
I mean,
what-
I
you-
can tell you what.
you're
I
gonna
can tell you
wait-
what Coach
you-
Palumbo's
you-
going to do.
you're
He's going to roll them out. He don't care,
You,
right?
You're gonna face what? Then you're gonna face Nathan Waynes, and then you're gonna face a Mamula.
Does some
on
team
that,
hold their one back
and
to the
then you
third
got-
game,
and
hoping
then
to
you
get a
got
game?
Robinson, and then you got the other guys. No, of course not. You number one against number one.
I promise you, you will not see if Spalding comes out every Monday of the series with Jake Yeager.
Who's the
I
number one
promise-
pitcher for John Carroll?
Pierce. Okay, so so you think when they play John Carroll,
if I
think
am John
Nottingham
Carroll right
throws
now,
game
I'm
one?
throwing the lefty right away against Spalding. Spalding cannot hit lefties. The last 2 years, lefty have given a lot of problems. I'm gonna give you an idea. All coaches, Spalding cannot hit lefties.
What?
That's
You
it.
think?
I think I can prove it. You can see it. That's it. They can.
do you
If I got a lefty that I have never thrown, I bring all my lefty from JB and I'll throw it against Spalding.
I promise you, and I will be calling you.
Yeah.
That when Spalding runs through their seven
No, we're gonna
series-
be here because every Monday or every we're gonna talk about MIAA every freaking Monday or every freaking Tuesday here. Or if you want it, we can do it Friday after the games, after the week is over. We can go with the result. We can do a lot of things.
If you're Loyola and you got Joe Nottingham, and he comes out and pitches against Jake, and Loyola loses 2-1, you might be in trouble going 0-3 against Spalding.
but
I could see Loyola throwing him on a Wednesday.
But if I'm Nottingham, I want to pitch against Jake Jagger because
I'm
all the
sure-
scouts are gonna be there.
But it's not Joe's choice. It's Kelly's choice who pitches.
Kelly's gonna put the number one against the number one.
think?
He have done it before.
Okay.
He have done it before.
I'm not
I mean,
saying
why?
he won't, but-
I mean, it's just like I don't know if you remember when we were with Moylan, Ethan. Ethan actually was a freshman that we played that team from the Matha.
Yeah.
That how many scouts were there?
A lot.
How many people were there?
1,000.
I mean, that was the biggest game that I have seen locally from Spalding, right? That year against the Matha, that was the COVID year. Actually, after that,
was the
everything
only game.
exploded. That was the only game. That
But you
year.
had Noah versus, I think, Alex Green.
Alex Green, yeah. Both 92, 94.
Yeah. I
right
mean,
there.
scouts,
I mean,
players-
this year you're going to have Nottingham and you're going to have Jake Jagger throwing 95 plus.
If Nottingham and Jake
That's
face
gonna be
off,
crazy.
that's going to be a great game.
That should be a night game.
94.8.
94.8? Okay, yeah.
That's going to be a good game.
That's going to be a
it's
really
very
good game.
It's going to come.
Why Kelly? Well, Kelly's not going to back up. Kelly has to win. And
I don't
guess
know.
what?
I don't know him well enough. I don't know his style.
Oh, I know
Okay.
Kelly, and I got a lot of respect for him.
Okay, then.
And whatever. And I think that unless he
Well,
uses
guess what? That's our first
only
conference
he
game.
has to use it to win, because when you're facing Spalding, you know you have to have you got to be on the winning scale right now. You have to have on the schedule and on the standings. You have to be more wins than losses, because Spalding probably is going to take 2 out of 3 to every team, and that's the goal for every team, right? Get 2 out of 3, or no?
So-
or are you going 3? No pizza.
No, I can tell you right now that Spalding's goal is not 2 out of 3.
Why?
Because their goal is going to be to win all 3.
No.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Nah.
They're deep. So
They got 25 kids, 26 kids. You are going to play everybody.
everyone's going to have to play. But
Everybody
if you-
has to
if
play.
you're
I mean,
going-
we
if-
can.
If you're going into a series against Spalding, I think realistically your goal is to win 2 out of 3.
Yeah, on every series, your goal is to go 2 or 3. Even if the Yankees play Boston, you want to win more games than you lose.
I agree.
So it's 3-2. If you win every series 3-2,
But I think that's where matchups will come into play.
well, what matchups?
Well,
How many pitchers John Carroll has? How many pitchers Carver Hall has? Hey, everybody got 1 or 2 pitchers. That's it. You
That's
don't have
right.
anybody. Friday is going to be like a Sunday game in MLB baseball.
That's right. It's going to be high
That's it.
scoring.
It's going to be
probably.
high scoring.
I
That's
agree.
it.
Yeah.
You got no other choice, because you're going to have.
Because you're going to have back ends of teams that haven't been pitched in the MIAA and tested. Even Spalding's going to have kids that haven't been tested.
But guess what? But you got a lot of freshmen, a lot of sophomores that they're really good. That now you need them up. That you need to season them really quick, and now you're gonna give them a lot of innings. Now that you're gonna see the development pretty quick on that. If one of those kids develop quick enough and can actually turn it around and figure it out, like Parker did,
Yeah,
that can change the whole MIAA.
that's right.
So,
Yeah, so
knowing that.
don't discount the underclassmen. You got some 27s, some 26s that are going to have a part in this pitching.
Well, I don't know about the 27s. Maybe Ryder, Carbajal. Maybe that's the only arm that I see that is season on that.
You're probably more 26. You're right.
Yeah, 26, but 27 maybe. Ryder Soa is the only one that I see that can do the job, and I got the respect that he can go into the mound and he can win against everybody. But he needs the offensive, help.
You're also looking on Friday after 2 games of watching this velo after velo, and you bring in a lefty or some kind of little side, 3/4 delivery. I mean, that could. I mean, we saw it last year with Curley. We saw a kid that flicked it in that way and had a perfect game.
Everybody who got from the side, on everybody who got from the left side,
it's tough.
And this is really tough, especially on night games. So, but that game against Loyola, Nottingham against Jaeger, or Nottingham against Nathan Waynes. Guess what? A lot of scouts are gonna be there. I will love that game to be at night. If that game is at night, it's gonna be there. Then it sucks.
It's already scheduled.
Then I gotta tell you, I don't know who's running the MIAA division, but whatever. If you don't know what matches you're gonna have, people you're gonna have, and you're not taking advantage of that, then you're lost. I don't know where are you living the last 3 or 4 years? You've been preparing this kid, you've been preparing the schedule, you've been preparing these matchups, and then you're not gonna take advantage of that.
Well, you can't guarantee the pitching matchup at that point. The MIAA can't.
Oh well, the scouts are gonna be there.
Well, they can't guarantee the matchup. They can't guarantee that Jake and Joe are going to pitch on that Monday.
Oh, so Alex Green is not going to pitch against Noah, against the Mother?
Well, that's different.
Yeah, come on. Everybody knows that Nottingham and Jake Jagger, that's the matchup that everybody wants to see.
That was the Spalding in a 1-game.
Everybody in the freaking nation outside from Maryland.
That's right.
Outside from Maryland, they want to see that matchup. You had to give the people that matchup. Kelly and Palumbo. You had to give that matchup to the people. You cannot back down. Kelly, you cannot back down. Palumbo, you cannot back down.
Okay.
That's it. I'm going to be there. When's
the date? It's late in March. It's
I don't know. I'm messing with everybody right now. Doc Simpson, Brennan Isco, and Jimmy. Cody Brooks. Cody, thank you for everything. Cody's actually daddy ball in John Carroll.
All right. There we go.
So Cody, if you know who's running the MIA page, tell them, hey, they can come here. Actually, I can work with the kids right there, and they can actually use the studio for the podcast.
Yeah.
I offer this studio for free for you guys. All right. Well, they had to bring us food. Bring food, and you can use everything. And you can go live from Twitter, and they can do this. That's all. All right. Anything else on the MIAA?
Let's see. What else? Let's talk strength of schedule, like out of conference. Who's playing who out of conference?
Well, everybody's playing St. John's, right? And everybody's playing Georgetown Preps. Who's not playing St. John's? Everybody's playing St. John?
I think St. Joe and John Carroll.
John Carroll is not playing?
No.
Who John Carroll is playing?
St. John's has Curley and Loyola this week. They have us and Calvert Hall coming up.
All right,
Yeah,
so
St.
John
John's
Carroll. St. John's is facing everybody except who? Curley and.
No, they're playing this week.
They're playing. So Curley's playing that.
Curley's playing St. John's. Curley just played prep.
So John Carroll is the only one who's not playing St. John's right now.
Yeah.
Who they're playing out of conference? I had to have the John Carroll
schedule.
I had to have the John Carroll.
I mean, I don't know their schedule.
I'm not bashing John Carroll. I love you.
Spalding's
I was actually on the
gala,
gala, and the gala was with them. Actually getting so it looks like we're bashing John Carroll, and we're not.
No, we were just talking about. I wanted to get into some of the.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that
the St. Albans game comes for Spalding. Talk a little bit about Miles.
I just want, if they're facing St. John's, that's going to be a really good game.
Yeah.
All right. They're facing Georgetown Prep. It's going to be a really good game.
Yeah.
They're facing the Matha. It's going to be a really good game. I don't know the out of conference game because I don't have the schedule.
Neither do I.
So I just want to make sure that. But if you are in Maryland, you want to face the number one team. If
you're in Maryland, you want to play St. John's.
St. John's.
You want to play Prep. You want to play DeMatha.
DeMatha, yeah.
I don't think we got to math. I don't know if that was our fault or schedule. There's a lot of times there's schedule conflicts and.
I don't think that they need to play each other anymore.
No,
I don't think that the talent is there.
Yeah.
I think that on the matter after the 2020 game.
St. John Spalding going to be a good one.
St. John Spalding is always
that's going to be a good one.
That 1 and 2, and then for the seeding, it's going to be. They're both in the top 50 in the United States in the nation. So that's going to be really good.
Spalding will have St. Albans and face Miles, and then Prep.
Yeah, but the problem is that Miles is going to lose that game anyways. 1-0, or he's going to be nothing until the 7th, and then he's going to pitch out that's it. I mean, they cannot score runs. Last year, it was a really good game.
It was a good game.
It was amazing.
You take away a diving catch down the right field line by Insco.
Well,
and that game's tied. That was in the first inning. That ball bounces. They score a run. Miles ends up on second. Miles hit the ball. But then we did have a play at the plate. Guy was safe by a mile, and they called him out. So it ebbs and flows.
Damn, you always had to come with your daddy
ball.
Hold on.
You take away Insco making that play. That's a tie game. That's
good.
Going extra innings.
We got that. So they got Harder Grace. They got Bethesda, Chevy Chase. Are they even play baseball?
I don't know.
So Hartford Tech.
They did.
Fallstone is pretty good. Hereford and who else?
St. Joe.
Oh, then they got the conference. Then they got the
Goretti. They got Goretti. Goretti will be good.
Goretti's good because they're gonna face Parker.
Well, they're gonna see two arms in that game.
Yeah, they're gonna be really good. So,
yeah.
So probably they're gonna see my guy there also. So then they got Gilman, Petty Hall, Duane St. Paul's. That week is gonna be really tough for them because they got Georgetown Prep, Carver Hall, Archibald Spalding. They got Spalding. They got Spalding. I mean, April is going to be really hot for John Carroll right now.
13 through 25, so 12 days for them. They got Prep, and 3 with Spalding, 3 with Calvert Hall. That's a tough stretch for them.
Well, you got 15 days that you got Loyola. So you got 20 days from 4-13 to 5-3, and then you got a little bit of break with Curly.
We don't know about their arms, though, how deep they are. I think they'll be
everybody's
okay.
the same except Spalding. Everybody's the same. Hey, thank you for getting the schedule because I didn't want the people to.
Good job there, Matt.
That we're doing. Hey, who's John Carr? Oh. Who was that? That's your phone?
Yes, it's my phone.
Okay, good. So John Carr follow you really? So that's pretty good. So Richard Bailey, good counselor, Fred Deal, Michael Salazar, Mari Vermillion. Hi to everybody. Now let's change.
Okay.
MIAA.
What do you want to go to?
Who's winning the MIAA?
This year?
Not mention Spalding. Who's going to be with Spalding in the finals? We already had the top 4. Who's winning it all? Spalding. Who's going to be with Spalding there?
Man, on the spot. Put Jim on the spot.
Come on, let's go. You know this already?
Call him out.
I could
now look at the camera. Look at the camera and tell.
I told you my top 4.
Yeah, no, I told you the top 4, and I know who's gonna be. And I'm gonna tell you right now, John Carroll's gonna be with Spalding again.
I think so too.
Okay, good.
Because I think they got the bats. I think they got the experience.
Oh, we already know that they got the bats because that's what they said on that page.
I don't know, man. I like Loyola. I think they're strong behind the plate. I think they got a couple arms people don't know about.
But the problem is that Loyola get them to go deep with Spalding last year and the year before.
Well, Loyola seems to falter at the end of the year too.
Yeah, and then they haven't proved that they can pass that playoff, right? Like, I don't know. I know it's not the coaching because Kelly already won it.
Mm-hmm.
Why the kids are not getting Loyola where they need to? Last year I thought that Loyola was going to get there, with Spalding, and they didn't make it.
I think being 2 out of 3 series in the playoffs favors Spalding big time.
Well,
yes.
Say
yes.
I totally. Yes. I think that Spalding have because of the.
But
arms,
we revert back to the beginning. Outside of Carver Salazar, who played every game, Spalding is raw. They're raw.
Everybody's raw. Everybody's except John Carroll, that I think that got the most. And Carver Hall, that they are playing some freshmen and sophomores last year that they're coming back, right? I think that Carver Hall and John Carroll got the experience this year.
You got to remember
Spalding
something
got
too. Think about
the
this.
strongest
Hold on.
team,
Think
but
about
they
this.
don't. Yeah.
There's guys on Spalding that if they were on any public school team or even some MIAA
They're regular.
school,
They're regular.
they're
players.
starters.
They're starters. Yeah.
So the reason they weren't starting on Spalding, maybe they start at John Carroll. Maybe they start at Loyola. Okay, so you got players that are really to step in at 26s and 25s that can play.
Do you think that Braden Kurtz could be a starter at Spalding this year?
Yes.
If you said no, we have to delete the
Dude,
podcast.
I think
No, Perry, hey, this is a joke.
No, Perry.
This is a joke, Perry. This is a joke. It's a joke.
I have
All
no
right?
doubt that he would play every game at Spalding because that net in right field, and I think he'd hit 15 home
Yeah,
runs.
the problem that he got the bat. You know,
He's
he
got the
went
bat, man.
2 to 4, 2 RBIs.
2 for 4 today.
Yeah, I told
Braden
him that
Kurtz.
if when he swings the bat, he makes some damage.
Right.
The problem that he
That's
needs
right.
to he needs to do some. He needs to get the
4
confidence,
pitches
right?
today.
He needs to do that.
4 pitches today. Hit
Aggressive.
That's awesome.
I
That's
love it.
awesome. I mean,
Good job,
That's
Braden.
really good, great. So John Carroll and Spalding on the finals, and your top 4. I agree completely with you. I think that Gilman will be
I think
the,
Larry
will be the
just doesn't.
surprise.
I don't think Larry has enough to get him there, and I think.
Oh, he got the mind.
I think
got
he's
the
a good
mind.
coach.
And I think I like Larry because I saw him playing in Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Winter ball, and I think that all his family, baseball family, they do a really good job.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that I cannot count them out. I already have done it before, but I haven't. Right now, I'm not counting them now. Now,
Mm-hmm.
I think that Spalding and John Carroll definitely, like the page said, they got the bats, we got the arm, but people are counting out the bats.
Well, what wins?
Yeah, no, the arms.
That's right.
The arms are 90% of the game.
Spalding hasn't
That's
had.
it.
Spalding hasn't had any bats
on
since
a
Moylan
series,
left.
on a series, you need to have the arms. That's it.
Spalding hasn't had bats since Josh left.
But the problem is that I don't think that Spalding is gonna be really good on the bases or executing.
Why not? I just told you they have guys that would be starting on these other teams that haven't been playing. They can play.
I don't think that they're gonna be as aggressive that team that they were perfect that year that gave the championship was on the bases. The championship was actually what? Oh, Brandon Pike, no bad since Josh left. That's true. Yeah, Brandon
Sorry,
Pike is
babe.
saying that, so
We love you, babe.
I think that if Spalding is really aggressive and they can actually execute on that, that's good. But I saw last year a lot of these players that this year they have to perform.
I agree.
And
Spalding had the luxury.
Joe was actually pulling hair because it wasn't pretty.
Spalding's
So-
been strong on the mound 3 deep since I've been.
Yeah, but
here,
we're
you
not
know.
talking about the arms now. We're talking about the running and the defensive.
Well, how much do you have to run and manufacture?
Spalding for the last 7 years have to do that.
But if your top 2 arms,
Because you got last year, you got a shortstop that it was a good arm. He couldn't hit 200.
How many runs does John Carroll have to score to win this year?
Oh wow, probably 4,
How many does Spalding have to score?
probably 2.
Okay, that's a big difference.
Yeah, it's a big difference.
Okay,
yeah.
so
No,
you know,
I'm not saying that you're not wrong.
But I'm saying,
It's
a nice.
to make those 2 runs, they will have to sweat.
Okay,
That's it. That's the only thing that I'm saying.
they got
That's
some
it.
speed this year.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
They will play Braden Martin. That's one of the speed. What is the speed on Spalding right now?
You got Merritt can run. You got
Is he gonna be
Braden Martin.
playing?
You got Ruiz.
Is he gonna be playing?
You got Padilla who
Ruiz
can
is
run.
gonna be playing.
I think Ruiz is playing.
Curtis Robinson, hey, my baby.
comments. Read the
What's
comments.
up? What? Keep an eye on second base, Brennan Insco. Brennan Insco is gonna be outfield this year. The Alonso. Sorry.
No, Brennan's not going to be in the outfield.
So who's gonna be on second base? You got Braden Martin right now. There, you got Anthony Badillo. You got Carver Salazar.
Can you ask me that question when we play Loyola? That there's a lot's going to happen before the Loyola game.
I mean, Brendan Isco right now, that second base, they already won a championship.
And Joe trusts him.
But, well, Joe played the best. That Isco wasn't the starter on second base. He won that position. Now it's for him to lose it.
That's right.
That's it.
That's right.
That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, and Brennan needs to continue to do what he's got to do. And
Is he hitting?
I don't know. I mean, we haven't played a game yet. We start tomorrow.
All right, so we're going to be watching that.
But
yeah.
Insco can run. Ruiz, Martin, Padilla, Merritt. They can run.
They can run, but they're not smart on the bases. I can tell you because I coach them. They need to learn how to run. They need to learn how to use that speed.
Okay.
I mean,
I can't disagree with you on some of that.
I'm not telling
And
you.
I'm not disagreeing
And you've been on the games with me. Tommy have been on the game with me.
I'm
And I'm not bashing this kid.
We're not bashing.
They're really good. They're really good at what they're doing. They don't have the experience.
I get it.
That's it to run the bases.
Even playing down in WWBA is not like playing in the MIAA because we've been there. I've been there 6 years in a row.
But you know
now.
where you get the experience? Playing JV. I'm playing the competition
We're
that you're
gonna
going to
go
be
back
there.
to this.
Yeah, no, that's not my only issue that I have.
Okay.
But you get that experience there. That's it.
So the decision for Jack to play JV was probably
The
wrong
best
for him,
the
but
best.
it was
No,
right
it's
for
not.
our,
No,
it
I'm
was
not
right in
talking
the long
about that.
run.
I'm talking about when I won the last championship with Joe and with Tommy and with the guys there at Spalding.
Yeah.
The guys who played JB, they came running the bases like beasts.
Okay.
They already knew the culture. They already knew everything that they were having. They were seasoned. They were ready for that. They knew the situation.
And who taught
they
them
knew
that?
all that. The game.
By
Because
playing the game.
they understand, yes,
Okay.
because they understand the freaking counts.
So JV plays 20 games, and they go in the summer and play 40.
They knew in 2-0 they had to have two bases. They knew in 3-1 they were running for two bases. They knew when they were going one in the count, they were running for one base. They knew what they need to look for. They didn't make mistakes.
So the next 12 games,
the whole freaking team that year we make 3 errors only on the bases.
Okay.
Last year I saw 4 in just one game.
Probably right. But I don't know.
Maybe more.
Hey, fact check that.
Maybe more. So that's all I'm saying. And again, I'm not bashing anybody.
So-
We're talking baseball here.
Right. And they got 10 or 12 games before the season really gets going. So Coach Palumbo will weed out and figure out who's going to be able to run, who's going to be able to get a bunt down, who's going to
Read Brandon's.
No, Brandon, that's not.
Read what it says.
No, I know. Getting experience at varsity practice as a freshman is better than playing
That's
a
a
JV
very
game
good
where
quote.
It is no.
That's a good quote.
That is not, because you don't learn how to run. You don't learn the counts. You don't learn how to play baseball. You don't. So
You might not even see low.
he
A's
said,
in the game.
yeah, well, it's not that, but you learn the game. You learn how to go up. You learn how to count. You know what to do. You know what to expect on a game.
Well, if you're a student in the game, you can learn that on varsity and practice and
yeah,
watching.
but you don't have the experience on the field.
That's okay, but you get that in the summer, you get that in the fall.
With what?
So let me ask you a question. Should Badia stay on varsity this year?
No, of course not.
Why?
Because he...
Have you been out at any of the
Because you're not.
practices?
Yeah, but I work with Badillo every year.
He's
I
push-
seen Badillo in Georgia. I have taken Badillo to Florida. I know what Badillo can do. I seen Badillo with the best in the nation
I think he plays.
right now. Well,
Maybe not today, tomorrow.
Plays too.
against what?
I think he's going to play.
Against who?
I think he's going to get a chance. He's had a really good tryout.
Well, yeah, Judah.
And I was leery
Judah
coming
Shirley
in.
had a really good tryout. Why he's not in varsity?
Because it's too deep there.
Too deep.
So his
Yeah, the same thing with Antonio Badillo. It's too deep.
I think Judah's strength is defensive right now and not offensive. I think Badia's strength is offensive and not defensive.
Yeah.
And I think his defense will get there. But Badia hit the shit out of the ball.
Well,
I was there.
during fall, he wasn't pretty good with the defense.
I wasn't there in the fall.
Okay, yeah.
So
I
I
can
don't-
tell you right now.
Okay.
And then during games, being as a freshman
The
on
kid-
that environment, I don't know, man.
I'll
always.
give credit where credit's due. He's a freshman who tried out for varsity, and all he did was find barrels for 10 days.
You got 3 freshmen that could be playing varsity right now.
Who? Jones,
Jones,
Sherlin.
and Badillo.
You're not going to have 3 freshmen starting on varsity.
Why
It's
why you
hard.
don't keep them all in JB? Because
Well, 2 of them are on JV.
yeah, why you don't keep them all?
I think that's for Badia to make the choice, and just like Jack made the choice,
That's,
and Nathan Wines made the choice.
that is a coaching decision. So, and this is nothing that I haven't said Joe. This is nothing that I haven't said Joe Palumbo. You know, we always had this discussion every year, and he always led
We
the
disagree
kids.
on this point. I think that you can gain as much knowledge being on varsity as a 9th grader through their practices, learning Coach Palumbo's ways. That way, when you come
Oh,
back,
we're gonna see this year.
Grader,
We're gonna
you
see
have-
this year. Now Spalding, with everything that the opportunity that this kid has, now this is their turn to be developed, and this is their turn to execute.
Yeah.
We're gonna see how well it works the last 2 years, and then we're gonna have another conversation with him.
Oh yeah, I agree.
And then I'm gonna have another conversation. We're gonna go eat, or we're gonna go and see each other like always, or we're gonna be together in practices whenever he need me to work with the catchers and the pitchers there and help him out. Guess what? We're gonna go and get this. This is my point of view because I've seen it not only at Spalding, I'm seeing it all around the nation. When the kids have to perform, because it's on a travel ball game, you got your family watching there.
Yeah.
When you go to MIA, you got the student section actually calling you out
It's
all
a
the
little
time.
different, right?
It's the tension, the pressure. It's totally different. How you gonna overcome that? That's where you do, and you learn that as a JV player.
Let's get back to the playoffs. If one of those bottom teams falter, I think St. Joe slides in.
Well, San Joe, they got the arm.
They got They got three arms.
Is the coaching there? Is the coaching ready for that in San Joe?
I don't want to talk.
And then they got Kelm, and they got Kelm on JB. They got Harrison on JB. They got really good pitchers that they should be playing. But do they know how to move the pieces there?
They got a couple bats.
They haven't done it in the last 3
middle
years.
lineup
They
would be
have
good.
not done it in the last
They
3
got
years.
three good starters.
You just call.
They have not done it. You think B is gonna be an outfield?
I
mean,
didn't say that. I said
no,
second base.
I am just going to tell you this. I'm going to tell you this. It's not that
Sam,
he's going to
get
be
him.
he will be anywhere on the lineup that Palombo needs him.
Dude,
I've seen that he is valuable and he's not playing second base. He will be playing anywhere.
Hey.
That's all. I want some of the bagel that your wife does. So don't worry about that. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that Insco is going to be playing outfield whenever he's not playing second base. He will be on the lineup.
Yeah, he's going to be in the lineup.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know where you're getting that. And my English is not that bad. That's it. And
Not-
you know,
not-
I had to get really.
You're in trouble now.
No, I'm trouble because he got guns. Yeah. So
Sam might be in the parking lot.
Not
who? Sam. Sam.
Not-
Yeah.
not-
Sam
not-
is waiting for me outside now.
Look, it's the MI. Not just Joe. They do it across the board. The seniors are going to get a lot of rope. Understand? They're going to be able to. They're
Like always, I'm okay with that.
and they should. They've earned
I'm
it.
okay with that. Yeah, I love you too. So it's just like that. Insco has to be on that lineup. No matter if it's in second base, outfield, whatever, Insco has to. If you want to win a championship, I think that Insco has to be on that lineup. He had to be a part of that lineup. That's
Well,
what I'm saying.
This team has not a lot of 24s on it. So you
24 class was the worst class
it
that
was-
Tommy actually developed. That's it. Jemo, the best second base. Oh, you're my favorite Mexican. Come on, man, really? That's hard. I'm gonna
That's
see you
good.
some. I'm gonna see you soon. Don't worry about it.
That's good.
All right, so that's it. Hey, let's talk about food a little bit.
All right. What
What are the best steakhouse here in Maryland? I did the round with my wife. We went to Lunes.
So Lunes, I mean,
in Annapolis, we went to Rook Chris. We went to the prime rib. Also, we went to where? Oh, you got the pizza. Yeah, that soccer got the pizza right there.
there you go. So
Who
if
you think? Who you think got the best steakhouse
I mean,
here?
Ruth Chris, wherever you go, they're going to be good. But if you're going to go, it's Lunas. I've been going there for 30 years.
The prime rib.
The prime rib's good, but
prime rib was really good. The service was amazing.
it's Lunas.
You know, Lunas is because they're sport family. I
Yes.
like the environment. I like the ambient.
It's
there.
it's an old house. It's Lunas.
So I like that. What? Of course, Matt's eating. Yeah, I want some pizza. Yeah. So this is Jim. This is being amazing. You know,
Yeah.
having you here, having this.
I enjoyed it.
This conversation. We don't have to agree, but we got respect.
I love you, Poppy.
You know, it's just like every, you know, it's always good. And this is the same interaction we got anyway.
That's right.
You know, when you had that group of Wally, Salazar, all the you know, freshman, you know, dads there in varsity, right? That even when your son was not playing, you were there
That's
to see,
right.
hoping for an bat for your son. So
That's right.
I
I was
love
praying
that, so.
every night, praying for
Yeah,
an AB.
for Jack on
Yeah.
on a AB.
Well, he's going to get some at bats this year.
Let's talk about Ethan right now. Ethan's
doing well.
Got 50% at JMU.
Yep.
And then he got JMU got the balls to tell him you're not good enough to play for me after they offer that 50%.
So they
All
had,
right. So
yeah, they
for me
pulled-
that was a low. I have calling them out here. I think that they did a disgrace to how they.
I'm not going to
they
bash
did it. And-
JMU. It's happening.
No, you don't
it's
have
happening
to.
everywhere.
You don't have to because
The
we're
situation
not.
was Ethan was a scholarship player,
Yeah.
which we felt very good about.
No,
he committed early.
I'm just asking you because a lot of people they
if
think
you're
that they're
if you're a scholarship athlete right now,
Yeah.
getting ready to college,
yeah.
don't get too comfortable.
Don't get too comfortable,
That scholarships is a target on your back.
They need
Because
if
they-
you get money, and if you're not ready for them to win right away, they will try to get that money out of
Talk
you.
about John Carroll. What happened to Frank? And Frank was the player of the year. Same thing.
And no, a lot of people. Caleb Estes in Maryland.
Caleb, same thing.
Same thing. So
Yeah.
so I'm just telling you out there that that's with the if you think that my kid is gonna D1 and everybody thinks this, it's not gonna happen to me or my son.
The portal's
It's
not,
happening everybody.
The portal's not going anywhere. They're not going to change it. The schools like it. The NCAA is not going to do a thing about it. So just be careful.
What is your
JUCO?
advice? Go JUCO, develop, and then move in the portal.
Yeah, I mean, it's
What kind of
it's
JUCO?
like-
Because you're lucky, right?
Okay, it's like
you went
get-
to JMU, and then you got Gaston, that is the number 2 community. Community college in the JUCO in the nation, right?
He's starting tomorrow too. Tune
Who?
in 2:00.
Ethan.
Ethan.
Is he?
Yeah.
He already got a hit. Oh, he's like,
No, he's starting tomorrow. He started Saturday night too.
awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's
So
something
he'll
great.
work his way. You got to earn your stripes. But think about we talk about the MIAA. How many freshmen make an impact? They don't. And if you could get rid of those freshmen and bring in seniors and juniors for free, that's what college is doing.
Yeah, I mean, you're saving money.
And then look, JMU has a really good catcher down there. He's going to play there for 2 years. I think if you're a pitcher, you're safer because you got to breathe these arms.
What about the outfielders?
But I think if you're an outfielder, an infielder, especially a catcher,
Yeah.
where you only need one catcher,
Yeah, you're in trouble there.
you're in
yeah.
trouble there because if they can go take your money and grab an arm that's 23 years old with a year or two of eligibility, they're going to do it.
I mean, for pro baseball and Division I baseball, if you're a pitcher, you're safe.
I think pitchers are less at risk.
Because like if you see the draft the last 5 years, pitchers and outfielders are the ones that are going, first on the first 100 picks.
Yeah,
Probably 30-40% are pitchers and outfielders.
that's about right.
So that's what I mean 60%, sorry.
Okay.
That they're going there. All
Right.
right. Not everybody is a Jackson Meadow. I see a lot of people thinking, oh, my kid is going in the same path with Jackson Meadow. No. That was special.
It's very special.
That was special.
And
You
now
know,
Jackson's
you
an
see
outfielder.
that. You see that only. I seen it a lot. I saw that with Jesmuel Valentin. I saw it with Yadier Rivera. I saw it with Francisco Lindor, Carlos Correa, and Jackson Merrill. Right now, so we got what? What in my head? What? Porter is really good. Oh, let's go. What? Chul. Oh, TJ Holtz is watching. TJ, TJ, Coach G, Juan
Yep.
Palacios, the only 3 guys that are taking, guys to pro level.
That's right.
Here in Maryland. So TJ, you're doing a really good job. Somebody had to actually text these people because I've seen too many people here that.
I think people like it.
I mean, TJ Holtz. Hey, TJ, come here, sit here. I got a lot of questions for you. It will be a really good podcast.
Yeah.
Right here. Why Cam Johnson was not drafted last year?
I heard something. I don't know.
I heard what you heard.
Okay, I heard. Well, we heard the same thing.
I want TJ to tell me if what we heard
Well,
it was what really happened.
Okay,
with
well-
that, and we can have Steve Johnson also because Steve, I always text and he always texts and he always watch.
I think Cameron Johnson's going to do just fine at LSU. So, I think there was a lot of factors in that decision.
he need to throw strikes. He need to have the command over the pitcher.
So I haven't seen since his first.
He cannot
outing,
he cannot be shaky with that
He'll be
with that
fine.
kind of level. So
He'll be fine.
with the USA baseball kind of shaky. LSU the first,
He'll be fine.
Then
Yeah.
no, I know.
Yeah.
When he settles, it's gonna be beautiful to watch.
Yeah,
him,
he's a freshman at the
development,
highest, at
and
the
I'm
highest
pretty sure,
college
and I'm
level.
pretty sure he's gonna be a number 1 pick. Again when
3 years.
when the timetable
Yeah.
comes for him, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
what is the best player out of Maryland that you have seen turn into pro?
that I've seen.
Yeah, that you've seen. I mean, people don't know this. Jim McNally, I hate when Jim McNally, they beat Team Puerto Rico. When you
That's
got Luis
right.
Rosa.
Ricardo
and that
Otero.
team, yeah, Ricky Otero was actually
right.
the center field and he played for the Phillies, right? So
Yeah.
Ricky Otero was one of the best,
That was a
players
good
that we
team.
got. We got Luis Rosa. That was the
Yep.
that was the scandal, right? With the Rangers after that year that he went to Santo Domingo. He did
Oh, boy,
things
here we go.
to these some of the kids. But here we're gonna watch. Jim McNally here getting that playing against that team from Puerto Rico. And that team from Puerto Rico, they were idols for me. That's Ricky Otero right there.
That's Ricky. He was a double-A pitcher.
So that's Ricky Otero, and Ricky was the center field for the Philadelphia Phillies. So you got Ricky Otero here. I'm working from Bayamon. That was the Bayamon Raiders. Actually, that team. And believe it or not, that skinny guy that hitting is Jim McNally.
No, that's not me.
Oh, that's not.
Right there.
There we go.
And then Ricky has one of the best curveballs, that they were in that time. So that's you.
Why are you swinging at
That was your swing
Fucking
like
chase.
that.
I don't look at
Why?
shit.
Why are you swinging at that
Because
pitch?
if I could hit it, I
Your
swing.
mechanics bad. You need to keep your hands inside.
Dude,
That was bad. That
if
was
it-
a really bad swing.
That wasn't a good swing.
You're telling your kids how to swing like that, and they can watch that.
Hold on, look at this guy.
Hey, put it on slow
Hold
motion.
on, man. Hold on.
Put that swing in slow
That's
motion.
Jack McNally.
That's Jack. Yeah, that's
No,
that's
don't
kid-
put on.
It's that's
You
Jack.
watch the next swing.
What?
Let's watch the next swing.
The next swing?
Yes, I don't like
With that swing? Come on, you cannot talk hitting about with that swing.
Dude, this was 1990. Hitting's changed.
You guys beat one of the best. Out of that team from Puerto Rico, 18 kids got drafted.
Yeah, they were good.
So, but you guys were big.
They
You
beat
guys,
they
they're good.
they beat us, and then we ran the
Why
board.
not the Wildcat helmet?
Look at that. That's you again?
Yeah.
You're jumping. You're going up. You're not staying grounded. You're not using your back hip, actually. And you're not, like Jorge said, you're
That's
not
okay.
having that back down.
No, back knee.
Knee down, that knee down. You don't have that knee down. So
Look, this little kid was a
look
good
at-
pitcher,
no,
man.
Ricky Otero was throwing 90s.
Yeah.
I gave it to you because in 80, that was what, 88, 87?
This was 1990.
Oh, 1990.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So I know that.
He got drafted after this year.
Yo, Ricky, amazing story. Ricky Otero, one of the best, outfielder that, and he plays a lot in
go.
there.
There
Oh,
it is.
let's go!
There
That's
you
just
go.
That's like
That's
Jack
it.
Eaton in the championship game last year.
And then somebody scored.
That's Jerry Nicolo, a Rondo player.
So that was really good. So maybe you don't know, but Jim McNally was a high level athlete that they beat a team that 18 kids from that team.
There's Tut.
And then 7 of those players on that team from Puerto Rico, they end up playing pro baseball. So this is a really good. This is the pressure that you need, and that's
Yeah.
how your son got the blood from you.
Yeah,
You think?
that's right.
Oh, that's for the mom side.
That's
you
for-
think? Yeah. You think so?
Nah, he
Hey, guys, thank you for being Jim. Thank you for
Hey.
being with me tonight.
Good time.
It
We'll
was
be back.
it was a pleasure to do. Thank you to our producer, Matt Jagger. Thank you for eating pizza with Tommy. While we were working here.
That's right.
Everybody who shows up today, I think that we're gonna have more than 100 views
It's gonna grow.
today. So it's growing. Thank you for the studio. It looks great. Everything is working perfect. Thank you to Tommy Ferro for all the help also and all the money that he's putting into this. And thank you to all our sponsors, Allstate, Waterman's Tavern. Yeah, Petty Kurtz.
Perry Curves.
Allstate. He's not talking to me because I said that Brandon struck out 9 times.
It's okay.
in a
He's
row,
2 for 4 today.
but 2-4. So sorry.
2 for 4 today.
Sorry for you being a butthurt, but whatever.
2 for
But
4
whatever.
today.
It is what it is. But but I love you anyways.
We love Perry.
We love you. And then Allstate, Petty Kurtz, Waterman Thomas, and Bailey and Chip, Rich Bailey, Mount San Joe. Who?
Rolling Supply.
Rolling Supply haven't given me anything.
Roll Supply got the table.
maybe Gabriel's. Thank
Yeah.
you for all the lunches and all the dinners that they have. So thank you for that. Thank you for being here with us. Thank you for everything, and I'll see you guys next week. Love you. See you.
See you. Good job. Oh, that was fun.
Oh my goodness, that was amazing.
You pull up that 1990.